Flashback to the 90s with Living Single, the groundbreaking sitcom celebrating Black friendship and ambition. Today, we explore its stars from their 1993 debut to their remarkable lives in 2025. Discover how these icons have grown and thrived. Get ready. Number 1. Cress Williams. In 1993, at 23 years old, Cress Williams brought effortless charm to Living Single as Terrence Scooter Williams, the suave lawyer and devoted boyfriend to the bold Maxine Shaw. His role infused romance and witty banter into the group's vibrant Brooklyn life. After the series, he excelled as Inspector Antoine Babcock on Nash Bridges, led the groundbreaking Black Lightning on the CW as Jefferson Pierce, a heroic principal turned vigilante, and won hearts as Mayor Levon Hayes on Heart of Dixie. In 2025, at 55 years old, Williams voices Nkati the Lion in Marvel's animated Eyes of Wakanda on Disney+, premiering August 6th, continuing his legacy of powerful, inspiring performances. Number 2. Chip Fields. In 1993, at 42 years old, Chip Fields portrayed Laverne Hunter on Living Single, the sassy, no-nonsense mother to Regine, bringing warmth and tough love to the Brownstones' family dynamics. Her performance added generational wisdom and humor to the group's adventures. Post-series, she directed episodes of Martin and Sister Sister, starred in Menace to Society, and continued her multifaceted career as a singer and producer, showcasing her versatility across film and TV. In 2025, at 74 years old, Fields remains active behind the camera and on stage, with her net worth growing through new projects and residuals, honoring her legacy as a trailblazing director and actress in Black entertainment. Number 3. Mel Jackson. In 1993, at 23 years old, Mel Jackson debuted on Living Single as Ira Lee Williams, Sinclair's loyal, laid-back best friend, delivering comic relief through his easygoing charm and heartfelt support in the crew's romantic escapades. His natural timing made Ira a fan favorite. After the show, he shone in Soul Food as Lem, earned praise in the miniseries The Temptations, and produced Abduction of Jesse Bookman while exploring spoken word and R&B music as a Chicago native. In 2025, at 55 years old, Jackson continues his artistic journey, blending acting with music and production, celebrated for his soulful contributions to film and stage, staying true to his roots as a multifaceted performer. Number 4. Shaun Baker. In 1993, at 19 years old, Shaun Baker energized Living Single as Russell Montego, the charismatic Jamaican immigrant and aspiring actor who romanced Sinclair with his infectious energy and cultural flair, adding layers of humor and heart to the group's social circle. His breakout role highlighted his martial arts background. Following the series, he appeared in VIP, House Party, and Grand Canyon, building a steady presence in action comedy films and TV. In 2025, at 51 years old, Baker stays connected with fans via social media, sharing updates on his ongoing acting pursuits and personal milestones, embodying the enduring spirit of 90s sitcom charm in modern projects. Number 5. Terrence T.C. Carson. In 1993, at 35 years old, Terrence T.C. Carson commanded Living Single as Kyle Barker, Khadijah's confident, jazz-loving ex-turned-friend, infusing the show with smooth charisma, musical talent, and sharp wit during pivotal romantic arcs. His stage-honed presence elevated the ensemble. Afterward, he voiced Kanan Jarrus in Star Wars Rebels, starred in Apollo and Living Single reunions, and danced in Soul Train, expanding into voice acting and theater with his Chicago roots. In 2025, at 66 years old, Carson stars as George in the romantic comedy The Love Doctor, makes his directorial debut on a passion project, and releases his album The Chameleon, while receiving the CNP Narrative Icon Award for his evolving artistry in film, music, and performance. Number 6. Kim Fields. In 1993, at 24 years old, Kim Fields dazzled on Living Single as Regine Hunter, the bubbly fashion designer and eternal optimist whose quest for love and style sparked endless laughs and growth among her friends. Her infectious energy made Regine iconic. Building on Facts of Life fame, she directed episodes of One Day at a Time, produced through Victory Entertainment, and led the Upshaws on Netflix, proving her directing prowess. In 2025, at 56 years old, Fields receives the LA Press Club Public Service Award for her advocacy and shares her empowering story at women's events, transitioning from the Upshaws while championing social issues as an actress, director, and activist. Number 7. John Henton. In 1993, at 33 years old, John Henton captured hearts on Living Single as Overton Wakefield Jones, the lovable, quirky cab driver whose goofy charm and unwavering loyalty won over Sinclair, leading to one of TV's sweetest romances. His impeccable comic timing grounded the show's humor. After the series, he starred as Millsap Morris on The Huleys, wrote for Cedric the Entertainer, and guested on One-on-One, blending acting with writing to shape black comedy. In 2025, at 64 years old, Henton tours with stand-up specials, appears in reunion events for 90s sitcoms, and mentors young comedians, keeping his infectious energy alive through live performances and TV cameos. Number 8. Erika Alexander. In 1993, at 24 years old, Erika Alexander ignited Living Single as Maxine Felice Shaw, the fierce, outspoken public defender whose bold style and razor-sharp wit made her a standout force among the Brooklyn crew. Her chemistry sparked endless memorable clashes. Post-show, she shone in The Cosby Show, earned acclaim as Detective LaToya in Get Out, and portrayed Perenna on Black Lightning, while breaking ground in American fiction as Linda Diggs. In 2025, at 55 years old, Alexander stars in new pilots like the Tracy Morgan comedy on NBC, advocates for diverse storytelling, and continues her rise with award-nominated roles that celebrate black women's resilience. Number 9. Kim Coles. In 1993, at 31 years old, Kim Coles lit up Living Single as Sinclair James Jones, the free-spirited artist and hopeless romantic whose bubbly personality and dance moves brought joy and chaos to her friends' lives. Her vibrant energy defined the show's heart. Following the series, she hosted her own talk show, guested on Frasier and In Living Color, and wrote a memoir blending humor with life lessons, expanding into producing and comedy specials. In 2025, at 63 years old, Coles reunites with castmates on shows like Sherry for nostalgic chats, performs in live comedy tours, and inspires through motivational speaking, embracing her role as a timeless 90s icon. Number 10. Queen Latifah. In 1993, at 23 years old, Queen Latifah led Living Single as Khadijah James, the ambitious magazine founder whose street-smart wisdom and entrepreneurial spirit anchored the group's dreams and dramas. Her star power elevated the sitcom. After she earned an Oscar nomination for Chicago, hosted her daytime talk show, and starred in The Equalizer as Robin McCall, while dominating music with hits and activism for LGBTQ rights. In 2025, at 55 years old, Latifah wraps The Equalizer after 5 seasons on CBS, launches new music projects, produces inclusive films, and receives honors for her trailblazing career in entertainment and social justice. Number 11. Bumper Robinson. In 1993, at 19 years old, Bumper Robinson added fresh energy to Living Single as Ivan Ennis, Khadijah's dependable cousin and comic sidekick, whose youthful antics and family ties deepened the Brownstones' bonds. His natural flair shone early. Post-series, he voiced iconic characters like Bumblebee in Transformers Animated, Cyborg in Justice League, and Damas in Jack 3, building a prolific voice acting career alongside live action in Eddie and Sister, Sister. In 2025, at 51 years old, Robinson voices in upcoming animated series, attends fan conventions for 90s nostalgia, and explores directing, sustaining his versatile presence in animation and gaming worlds. Number 12. Khalil Kain. In 1993, at 29 years old, Khalil Kain charmed audiences on Living Single as Keith, Khadijah's steady, supportive love interest, whose grounded presence balanced her ambitious drive, creating sweet romantic moments amid the group's chaos. His subtle intensity hinted at his dramatic potential. After the series, he exploded as Raheem Porter in the iconic film Juice, anchored Girlfriends as Darnell Wilkes for 7 seasons, earning fans for his heartfelt family man role while guesting on Moshe, Blue Bloods, and Friends. In 2025, at 60 years old, Kain celebrates his birthday on November 22nd, continues producing and acting in guest roles, reflecting on his enduring legacy in Black cinema and TV with pride. Number 13. Dorien Wilson. In 1993, at 30 years old, Dorien Wilson impressed on Living Single as Rev. Leslie Taylor, the charismatic minister whose spiritual guidance and flirtatious energy brought fresh dynamics to the Brownstone crew during key episodes. His smooth charisma stood out. Post-series, he became a household name as Professor Ogilvy on The Parkers, blending awkward charm with authority while starring in Dream On and producing sketches that highlight his comedic range. In 2025, at 62 years old, Wilson stays vibrant on social media with hilarious Uber skits and collaborations, attends star-studded events like the White Party, and shares birthday celebrations, continuing to entertain through live comedy and TV appearances. Number 14. Miguel A. Núñez Jr. In 1993, at 34 years old, Miguel A. Núñez Jr. added flair to Living Single as Goldie, the stylish, quick-witted friend whose bold fashion and loyal vibe enriched the group's social scenes and heartfelt talks. His energetic presence popped. After the show, he led Juwanna Mann as the cross-dressing basketball star, recurred on The Family Business as Harris Grant, and served in Tour of Duty, diversifying into action, comedy, and drama with Afro-Latino pride. In 2025, at 66 years old, Núñez Jr. buzzes with excitement over Juwanna Mann 2 in development, eyeing WNBA stars Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese for roles, reigniting his passion for empowering stories in film. Number 15. Wayne Federman. In 1993, at 34 years old, Wayne Federman guested on Living Single as Fred Meyer, adding quirky humor as a peripheral character in the Brownstones' lively interactions. His improvisational style hinted at his comedic roots. Post-show, he wrote for Curb Your Enthusiasm, produced for Judd Apatow, appeared in Step Brothers and Legally Blonde, and authored books on comedy history while teaching at USC. In 2025, at 66 years old, Federman hosts podcasts like Wayne's World Comedic Advice, celebrates comedy legends and events, and continues stand-up tours, blending education with entertainment as a USC professor. Number 16. Isaiah Washington. In 1993, at 30 years old, Isaiah Washington debuted on Living Single as Dr. Charles Roberts, bringing intensity as a doctor in brief but memorable arcs, foreshadowing his dramatic prowess. His commanding presence stood out. After, he starred as Dr. Preston Burke on Grey's Anatomy, appeared in Out of Sight and Romeo Must Die, and produced films like The Least Among You. In 2025, at 62 years old, Washington teases his upcoming film Luna on social media, engages in advocacy for health equity, and prepares for new roles, reaffirming his dynamic career in acting and production. Thanks for watching. Relive Living Single's magic and celebrate these stars' timeless journeys. Subscribe for more then and now stories.